Building with the boy Big Tone.
In the house.
We coming live to you from Thomas J&H Studios.
Well, it's like this, V. You know how sometimes we'll have the shows where we gotta chop it up and trip and laugh or
Okay.
whatever for the people. Today is kind of on a serious note, but we're gonna still keep it more jolly as we can on this jury day. So my thing is, we're gonna start with the first question, actually. And anybody that's listening, you can come back with a comment. We always read your
You can
comments.
call in on the phone.
Call
You
in
can
on
ask
the
to join
phone.
live.
The number is 443-742-9451. So we're going to get started.
All right, let's go.
Is the relationship over, V, once you use hurtful words towards your mate? Or they use them towards you?
Will I end the relationship for that? I don't think I would end the relationship because you said something hurtful, but it will be addressed.
Okay.
Unless it's been so much stuff that I got to use this as my scapegoat out, then I would.
So if it's a phrase opposed to a paragraph, that's the deal breaker. Like if it's too much.
No, like no, I mean that's not. I mean when I say too much, I mean too frequent.
Oh, okay.
A totally disrespectful thing.
Yeah. I agree with that. Like, okay. Well, at this point now, I don't want to go through any of that.
Uh,
But if it happens, I'm not going to like nix a person. But it's definitely gonna make me look at you different, and I gotta watch. I gotta watch you from that point. You understand what I'm saying? So if you come, well, for one, it depends on what it is. You ain't gonna let that shit fly like you bitch ass nigga, or I ain't tolerating that.
all the time, yeah.
Yeah,
And
no,
that's
I ain't
what I
gonna
mean. Like
tolerate it. I'm
you
gonna
just
tell you
totally,
once, like who the fuck you talking to? If you constantly try to do it, you ain't for me.
right. That's why I said the first time. Look, hold up, let's hold
Yeah,
tight.
yeah,
But every time after that, no, I'm not staying all those
yeah.
times.
Because
Cause that means there's no respect there for me.
yeah, and that's what I was about to say. Once the respect level is gone, fuck you got. You ain't got shit.
You ain't got shit.
You understand what I'm
Rodney
saying?
Fizz, good morning.
Let me see what some of these comments say.
Okay.
Well, Peace Page said, hate is a powerful word. If you're speaking with hate in your heart, you was wrong for entering the relationship. True.
Yeah.
You need to be by yourself and heal, and that's okay. Smart shit, Peace Page. You know what I'm saying? And it always goes back to what we say about knowing who you are. Like, are you ready for somebody
For a
else?
situation like this.
Can you take on what somebody else is giving? You
Hmm.
understand what I'm saying?
Because it could be something as minor as, God, you make me sick. And that could hurt the other person if they ain't used to hearing shit like that at all.
Yeah.
So you gotta know who you are before you get into relationships with people. Hey, lovely Tori, good morning. How are you? Are you bringing in lunch today?
Yeah, she was talking about that seafood yesterday. You want
Yeah,
some of
is she
that
bringing
shit?
any lunch in today?
And what's this? Renard Robinson said, once you start talking to me like a nigga on the street, it's a wrap for me. I don't talk crazy to women. In return, I don't tolerate them. And that's where I'm at.
Right.
Kevin Turner said, no, not really. It shows your maturity as who you really are as a person, knowing who you are.
Right. Okay,
You
right
know what I
there.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Kia Dean said no. Sheila Smith, yes. To Kia's page, yes, because there is no longer respect. We agree
Same
to
thing I
Kia.
said. Yeah.
Red Robinson, saying hurtful things just show how you really feel. I wouldn't be able to stay, and that's what I agree with. I agree with that.
That's understandable because
Yeah.
if you digging deep to say hurtful words to me, you don't fucking like me.
You don't fuck with me. Because I'm not going, okay, say if we're in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to come home after I done had a fucked up day or something like that. You really supposed to be my peace. So how you gonna be my peace if I'm coming home talking shit to you?
Right.
Like, bitch, don't shut up, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Nah.
Yeah.
My fucking ain't talking to me like, I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
don't tolerate disrespect from no angle.
But I'm also not going to disrespect you. Now, you know, you hear a lot that women run their mouth too much
Yeah.
and they yap, yap, yap too much. So what point is it like just her being a female and her hormones running her mouth, or is she being disrespectful to you?
I mean, if it's okay, it's about me knowing going with it. Like, if I know this shit is just bullshit, and it's not malicious, long as she ain't saying it, like, I don't like people to say fuck you to me. I never liked it. You know what I'm
So
saying?
she out there and she's like, you know what, don't fuck you.
We got an issue.
So you can take everything else. You bitch, you fat bitch,
I
you
ain't taking
tall
that
bitch.
either,
Okay.
but that is the icing on the goddamn cake. Where I'm just gonna walk out the house, count to 10, and probably just stay out for a while, man, because I'm not dealing with that, man, because I'm not gonna talk to you like that.
Right.
So it has to be reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we just sitting here and we cursing each other out and stuff like that, we don't need to be together because next thing it's gonna be stones being thrown. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not getting into all that
It
shit.
gets bad. It
Yeah,
gets really
you
bad.
know.
Real quick over here on Instagram, welcome, Pretty Thick J. Matilda underscore go to be more Mac. Good morning, Judy, 4 times. Good morning for the people who just jumping on. We are talking about tolerating disrespect, verbal disrespect from your mate. Going together, dating, whatever. Will you tolerate them coming at you wrong or coming at you sideways? A taste of gold. Good morning. Hey, Red Diamond. Good morning.
And the thing about it too is like it's not a it's not a funny situation, but a lot of females don't know how to deal with a man. Like some
Wait
dudes
a
ain't
minute, because
going for
guys
that
say that a
shit.
lot. What do you mean she don't know how to deal with a man?
Because like a lot of dudes are not going to tolerate the disrespect. Some things are kind of cute. Oh look, she mad. Blah blah blah. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? When she like, oh you bitch ass nigga, my baby father was better than you and all this shit. Fuck you, nigga. Blah blah blah. All the target bash shit.
On and on and on and on and
And
on.
then they wondering why their eye got to heal for a week. You know what I'm saying? Which is I don't condone that shit,
So she
man.
might talk to one man like that, but you said she don't need to address all men that way. Because
No.
some people relationships be grounded on that verbal abuse.
And that's crazy. Whatever works for them.
Because for some
Anybody
people
out
it's
there
nothing
that works
for
for
them to
you,
come in the house and be like,
go
move your
ahead.
fucking feet. Bitch, I'm moving my feet. You didn't give me a chance. That's how they talk on their day to
Right.
day.
I mean, if that works for them, that's fine. But in that moment like that, if it's not malicious and you know each other and you've been around each other for years, yeah, that's fine. But
Because you
when
got to also know what places they're coming from. Like when I was married, we never used like profanity and harshness
oh, okay.
to each other. But towards the end, like one day I'm standing outside the car and I'm asking him something. He about to pull over. He was like, just shut the fucking door.
Hmm.
And I was like, ouch. Like my little feelings, for me to come across so aggressive to people, my feelings get hurt easily. My pride get damaged quickly. And
Especially if
that
you're
right
not used
there,
to that.
yeah, and that right there put me at the end.
Yeah.
Like if we cut, like you and I can crack jokes. You can be like, be your funky ass, and I be like, fuck your fat ass. Like we can go back and forth, and I can laugh, and we'll like genuinely be falling over laughing.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing
But
about
somebody
it,
else come in here and say, why her funky ass taking so long?
yeah.
I'm like, this shit.
Man, which one is this? You know, who the fuck you talking to? Yeah, I won't be like, who the fuck you talking to? You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
because that's not the
Yeah.
thing for you.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? It depends on the level of how you deal with a person. But I'm talking about like the malicious shit with his anger, like P. Page said, with his hurt behind it. Like
Right.
it's meant to hurt you.
And you know the person is talking to you
Yeah.
like to hurt you. Y'all in a relationship. 9 times out of 10, y'all live in the same house, or he's at your place, or you're at his place. You all, excuse me, you already know when they talking to you like that, it's time to go. You know, some people it don't even phase them. They'll get up and just go in another room.
Yeah.
I can't even sleep comfortable in here tonight.
Mm-mm. Nah. One, you ain't gonna be in my house talking to me like any kind of way. You ain't gonna raise your voice at me in my house.
I saw a clip yesterday on social media, and the judge was explaining to the lady, you know, you should have left when he said that he didn't want to be with you no more. And she was like, he never told me that he didn't want to be with me no more all those years. She said, when he stopped coming in the house at night, he told you he didn't want to be with you no more. When he stopped talking to you with respect and manners, he told you he didn't want to be with you no more. Well, he didn't even care if you ate dinner at night. He told you he didn't want to be with you anymore. So why is it that you stay this long, you want to come in front of the judge 15, 20 years later and ask for a divorce? You the one who stayed too long.
Yeah.
Why do people need to like really be maliciously attacked to walk away from relationships?
And that's the question of the day. Like, how much is too much? You know what I'm saying? Like
And I
how
get it, everybody is on a different level. So what's too much for you is way over the top for me. Like I was told like a week ago that you've run from relationships. You set them up to be the dynamic of marriage just so you don't have to be in a relationship.
with you what's her name? Julia Roberts. Was the runaway bride. What the
Runaway
heck?
bride. But I'm like, I don't think I do that. I just know what I expect out of somebody. And when you get close enough, that's what I'm looking for. And I don't mind saying, look, I need this.
The average person
But
that you
I
deal
still
with,
need.
the average person that you deal with, me, and there's a lot of people, you tend to get caught up in soothing the person. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then a lot of people end up losing their self, and then it goes on too
And then when those
long,
hurtful
and you
words
get
come,
used to
fat
it.
bitch, you eating again? Now
Yeah,
your feelings hurt.
yeah.
But your feelings not hurt more because of the words. Because you probably got homegirls that tell you all the time, bitch, your fat ass always eating something good.
But it's
It
different.
hurt now because you done gave so much of you up to this person and they dare to disrespect you anyway. That's why you can't stay in a relationship longer than you're supposed to be
But
there.
a lot of times it's a lot of manipulation in those situations. And do you feel as though they can tell a female, nobody gonna want you, nobody gonna put up with you,
Verbally abusing them.
nobody gonna do
They'll
this or
put a
do
mental.
that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So they
Because
with
remember we talked to a young lady
yeah.
yesterday that said that.
And really, what's happening is they know that they can't get another you, so that'll fall for all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So they
They beat
gotta
your
keep you
mind
at
into
bay.
staying in this
Oh
box.
yeah, make sure they think you ugly. Okay, well if I'm so fucked up and ugly, why are you with me? And
Why are you
why
still
you
here?
here? You know what I'm
Why are you
saying?
still here?
But people never question that. They just keep taking it, you know what I'm saying, and take the package on their back and keep moving. You know what I mean? Like it's insane to me, but hey,
Real quick, Red Diamond said good morning, peeps. Hey, Kiss by Ken, good morning. Will we see you at game night on Friday? Rodney Pierce, Rodney Pierce said, people have different toler, toler.
I was told.
So people have, I guess he's saying, people have
Toleration level.
different toleration level.
Oh, okay. And that's true.
Which they do.
That's
But
true.
you also, if you say in the beginning what I can't deal with, and then you do it later on down the line, understand that I'm gone. Understand you already knew that I wasn't and you did it anyway.
And see, with me, once I feel as though you disrespecting me,
Mm-hmm.
I want all the smoke now. Because now you done woke the bear up, and I'm liable to say anything to you.
So
Like,
do you
yeah,
need them like get out your space? Do you need like what is it that you need right then when the
get
disrespect
the fuck
happens?
away from me. Because if you sit there, you're going to catch all the bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get the M16. You know what I mean? Hey, yeah, it was fucked up. Saying she back in the park and you drunk and you know, I'm gonna say it first. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be malicious because
Oh, you heard me in the eye, man.
yeah, and people will be in situations and not thinking you're not supposed to protect yourself. Like you don't have
Right, because
feelings.
for a lot of times women have a tendency to look at a man who hurt them back and be like, "Oh, you're a whore for that." No, bitch, you asked for it, so I gave you what you was looking for.
Yeah, especially the women that have good guys, but you'll say he's too nice and this, that, and the third. So would you want a man to beat the shit out you or talk to you like crap? It's sad that some people get used to that, men and women. You know what I'm saying? To
Mm.
where as though they sit there and they just take this shit and they reverse it in their mind and like, oh, they really love me because they take time out of their day to slap the shit out me or talk vulgar to me or stuff
Some
like
people
that.
believe that.
You know, like I say, it's always a part of manipulation, and that's just what I'm standing on.
So you gotta know the mindset up when it's coming your way. Rodney Pierce said tolerances, but what comes out your mouth is normally based on how offended someone else has made you. So when you say something harsh, then they say something harsh. I don't know, Rodney Pierce, because for me, I know how harsh I can get.
Yeah,
You can offend me, and I'd rather just go ahead and get my bag and walk out.
yeah,
I can feel some kind of way and be like, all right, well, I'm gone. I'll talk to you, call me, and I'll leave because I know once I get started,
yeah,
it's going to be ugly. And it might get physical because I have this thing that since my mom passed, nobody ain't playing no games with me. I ain't sticking around long enough for disrespect, and if disrespect come out, we're going too far.
yeah, yeah,
You know, my mom and my sister Lawanda was like the gateway to, oh, don't worry about it, I got that.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like I say, if you a person that's sitting
Hey,
tolerate that
Kanifia, good
shit,
morning.
I feel for you. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
feel for you, man. That you sitting there and let yourself, you basically get ridiculed, disrespected, all this shit in one. You know what I'm saying? With a motherfucker that really don't care about you at the end of the day.
At the end of the day, they
You know
don't
what I'm
care.
saying? Because if
And you
they
gotta
did,
dig in
this wouldn't
yourself.
happen.
What are they here for? If you can talk to me like this, why you still here?
Yeah.
Do we have somewhere to go?
Yeah.
Do you pay the car payment? Is the car in your name?
Mm.
Do you, like, it got to be something more. He's not just disrespecting you just because. He disrespecting you because he don't like you, but he's staying because of something.
Stability.
You got something that you bring to the table.
My thing is, if he's calling you, you fat bitch, you this, that, and the third, you ain't worth shit.
And he stay at your place.
And he's in your house. And you allow it. You know what I'm saying? But one thing I noticed about a lot of people, I don't like saying just females, but a lot of females do it. They're having no good nigga, right?
Mm.
And you try to get them vitamins about the no good nigga. As many vitamins you giving, as many as excuses they giving back to you about the motherfucker.
Yeah.
So it's pointless.
So a lot of times it is going to the black again, the black on the table, you know, you know, you know, stop letting yourself be mistreated.
In
Don't
all
allow yourself to be mistreated.
in all aspects. You know what I'm saying? So, next question, and I guess this is oh, it's for everybody, but I'm interested on hearing what the people got to say.
What's the question?
Is domestic violence more acceptable when a woman is the abuser? Can men be hurt, cry too?
I think it's not accepted for domestic abuse either way, if the man doing it or the woman. I think it gets swept under the rug so easily when it's the woman doing the abusing because men have this stamina about being a man, so they won't say if she physically or mentally abused them.
Yeah, I mean,
But I don't think it
I
gets
don't
swept up. I
mean,
mean, I think that's why it gets swept under the
I
rug.
don't
But
mean
I
to
don't think
laugh.
it's
I
fair
just
either way.
always envision like one of those, like a Norbit type situation. You know what I'm saying?
Or
A
abusive
big
situation.
girl and this little dude get beat up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but a lot of times, especially the mental abuse, it can be an even playing field, weight class, the whole nine,
Yeah.
and she could still be just that scary and nasty.
I've seen a chick, man, that her husband was talking smack. She beat him up and threw him in the car and drove. I said, man, this shit like a Quentin Tarantino movie or
Put your
some
ass in his
shit.
car.
Like she two-piece him and throw him in the car. You know what I'm saying? When I heard that story, I was like, yo, are you serious? And the dude was always like, yeah, I'm leaving it this week. I'm leaving it this week. Ah, man, you taking that abuse like a man. You know what I'm saying? Getting
Hey,
beat up and
Kenny,
shit.
I saw something on Netflix yesterday where the lady and the man was a couple, and they famous couple, and weight bodybuilders. He took supplements, and she took supplements, steroids, and their relationship, how she said she was abused, the children got beaten, there was abuse, everything was abusive. Then one day he came in late, the abuse got started, and she killed
Excuse
him
me.
and reloaded the shotgun and shot him again.
Hmm.
So they was trying to say how much she weighed, what her weight class was, how much she can bench press, how she can pick up this size person up, yada yada yada, that she couldn't have been being abused. But the thing is, at the end of the day, mental abuse to me digs deeper than physical abuse. Physical abuse, you can see it on you. Somebody gonna feel for you. Somebody gonna call the police. Something. But that mental abuse is all in your head.
Yeah.
That's something you gotta battle with. Like I went through that in my marriage. I had to look like literally prepare myself to go in the house. So I would sit in the car and not even go home. I sit in the car in the front
Yeah.
and tell the kids, all right, I'm coming.
I mean, when it comes to the physicality piece, like, us growing up in the hood, you saw a short dude that people ain't play with.
Yeah.
So it's
And
you
they probably
can't
call him
really
little
say
nutso and shit.
you can't really put that dynamic on it. But when it comes, I don't care how big a woman is or whatever, man,
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't put your hands on a woman. Maybe you came out of a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm.
And the thing is, you can't even always use that because a lot of men don't even like their mother.
True.
Like the thing I'm talking about
But
on Netflix.
that's the chick fault. If you see the relationship with him and his mother, what you think gonna happen with you?
That is, you took the words out of my mouth.
Mm,
You see the parent, because everybody, after you date for so long, you meet the family. You already see what the family dynamic is. What makes you stay after that?
man,
And everybody is not a reflection of their family before anybody say it, which is true, but
it speaks volumes though.
it speaks
You
volumes.
know what I'm saying? Because well, for one, I
Hey,
wasn't
Denise Smallwood, good morning,
I
boo.
wasn't finna
Love
disrespect
you
my mother
more.
anyway. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like it shit never crossed my mind because
Hey, Twin, good morning.
I knew the consequence.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that the green Chevy was pulling up around 5 o'clock in the evening, and I was gonna get dealt with.
Right.
However, I got dealt with, but I was gonna get dealt with. But it was just something in me like, yo, I never wanted to disrespect my mother.
Never
Now
even
my
crossed my mind.
behaviors,
Probably upset
getting
her.
in trouble and
Uh-huh.
shit like that, yeah, it ruffled her feathers or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But she had the nigga in the house with the heavyweight whipping champion and
And see,
shit. You know what I'm
and that was
saying?
what y'all had, like you always say about the dynamics of your parents being married. In my household, it was just my mother and my five sisters. So when my mother, she had it like, I don't want to hear what the house you did. Let me just deal with it. But my oldest sister, Denise, was the one who would lay down law. So we got reprimanded, and it wasn't even always my mother, or even the shit got out of my got out of hand, and you just did something. Then by the weekend, my uncle over there,
Yeah,
oh, this shit is real.
yeah.
Like LaWanda, my uncle always had to step in. Come here, Reds. He used to call her
I
Reds.
can
Come here, Reds. Let me
imagine.
deal with you. So how do people get in relationships and all their mental discipline change? Like your family, is no doubt that my oldest sister did not love on me. But at the end of the day, was I going down Calverton Pool because everybody else went? She was like, no, you gonna stay right here.
It was protection.
Right. So how do you get grown, get in a relationship, and allow somebody you say you love, they love you, to mistreat you?
Yeah.
Can't you feel the difference?
I don't, I
Even
don't,
as your family or not, this person said they love you. Even in a mate, that love hit different.
yeah.
I told you, like some shit. I need somebody. You ain't even call me. You can't call me back. I feel some kind of way.
And you
I ain't say come over here and build me a house. I say, all right, call me back.
should.
And they say, all right, I'm gonna call you back.
You know,
That's
my
your
foundation fucked up. Can you fix it?
right. I'm not saying. I just say call me back, and I know it bothers people because I had to tell Donna before. I need that verbal communication in that text message. Like some stuff I need, or I feel slighted.
Yeah.
Cause you can come to me and say, V, I need $300. I'm saying, yo, I'm gonna give it to you. You just let me know when you can pay me back. Let me help you out. But I tell every time I text you or call you, yo, you said you gonna call me back, but you don't.
Yeah.
I feel some kind of way. That will hurt me more than that fucking $300 not coming back.
Yeah, because it's
Don't
if you
disrespect me.
if you put trust. See, this is the thing.
Hey, Ronnie Carter. Good morning. Thanks for joining.
If you put trust in a person that they're supposed to be loyal to you, trustworthy,
Mm-hmm.
things like that, and you feel that, and it clicks in your head about the person, like, okay, they trustworthy, blah blah. But then if they show you otherwise, then that hits the switch. And people don't realize that shit.
And why don't people
Yeah.
get that? Like, what? How your family
Now you the
loves
bad
you?
guy.
How they tell you don't play with this person because that person ain't your friend? All of that is the makings of making you an adult.
Right.
You cannot get to your adulthood and take all these because I don't know. Bitch, you knew better when you was 5 and Shorty stole your bike. You knew that wasn't your friend.
Yeah.
How you get grown and hang with a bunch of bitches that talk bad about you, let you go outside with your wig cocked on the ace deuce straight, like having a hard time,
Yeah.
and they don't try to take up for you.
Just like the same thing I say, these bitches that's built like typewriters, they wear all these tight clothes. They ain't your friends. They letting you wear this shit and you looking all crazy.
And they
in
know
these
you look
streets.
crazy. They
Yeah.
know you ain't built for the
But you
outfit.
driving and they know you gonna buy the drinks.
And you gonna pay.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
manipulation. And from all angles, man, it's always a fucking manipulator. And it's sad in relationships,
Let me read Rodney Pierce's comment.
friendships, family.
It's always like that. Rodney Pierce said triggers are what you're speaking of, but most people have a line that's not to be crossed unless you have no sense of self worth. Rodney Pierce, a lot of people have no sense of self worth, let's be honest. A lot of people do. I'm just here today on this platform to say find your self worth and move on.
But it took you to go through a bunch of shit to figure out your self worth. That's how everybody is. I think everybody is that way. Unless you just naive and in la la land all
All the
fucking
time.
day.
Because I've been through some things relationship wise. Like I was sitting there getting my nails done yesterday, and I don't know how age came up, but I was giving her advice on something. She asked me, and she was like, you young to be so knowledgeable. And I said, well, how old do you think I am? And she said 33, 34. And I said, no, ma'am, I'm 44. She said, you 44? Like, and you look like this? I'm like, if you take care of yourself and you learn what's for you is all you're going to deal with, you'll look like this too at 44.
Motherfuckers look old as shit because of a lot of stress and drugs.
Yeah, and it wore them down. It'll warm them down.
Yeah, and whoop their ass. They
Yeah.
warm down.
Because life
whoop
will
their
beat the
ass.
shit out you.
Yeah.
Worse than the
If you
relationship
let it,
would.
if you sit there, like my dad, he lived for a long time. He beat everything out there. Cancer. He had an aneurysm on his aorta, which was, as soon as they cracked him open, it could have took him out. You know what I'm saying? All this shit. But he said, son, you know why I don't be stressed about anything? And he said, maybe you should take this advice with you. He said, you know what? It's sweet, short and sweet. I just said, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? To everything.
Yeah. It took me a lot to get right here.
Once I took that advice, I'm like, damn. Blood pressure got okay, you know what I mean? A1C went down, all that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not stressed.
Cause but you got to get to that point. Like I always, you know me, for my kids, I'm gonna do anything. But yesterday I was like, Maurice, gonna catch the bus to work. I slept so good Sunday into Monday that I didn't wake up until like 7. You know, I get up like 4:30. I woke up 7. He was already gone. I called his phone like, you in the burn? He was like, no, I'm going to work. Oh, good. On the bus.
That's part
the
of
bus to the light rail. Yup, all of that.
That's part of the struggle to make them want to get the money and get the car. You know what I mean? That's part of the struggle.
Hey, Serenity, right into the morning.
We need to rise nowhere.
No.
My father would say, look, man, we trying to go to Druid Hill Park to go swimming. He was he would say, well, look, I'm riding down North Avenue. I can drop you off right there. Like, you can't take us to the no. You can walk the rest.
Walk the rest of the way.
You want to go
How
fucking
bad
swimming?
you want to go?
Yeah.
How bad you want to go?
Like, it's hot. You'll be glad to get in the pool by the time you finish walking.
Right. So the thing is, once you get to that age of being an adult, don't all those things trigger back?
Yeah.
Like, don't all those things remind you of what to deal with, what you're not going to deal with? I don't get it.
It's like a lot of these kids, and that's a little off topic, but a lot of them are self-entitled because of us. We've done too much.
Yeah, giving them so much that we didn't have.
We've done too much. Like my daughter, I remember she was about 6 years old. She was outside, running in her shoes, scuffing them up. The little girl said, why you messing your new shoes up? My dad didn't give me some more this weekend anyway.
And how did that make you feel?
I'm
like
like,
or what? Hey Ashley, thank you for
I was
dropping
like, I'm
that.
gonna go get you some of them Walmart on the hanger shoes.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, cause you just like fuck it. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, I still went and bought some fucking shoes. I'm a chump.
When it comes to how you're a child, I just want to say relationships is the end result of how you grew up.
Yeah, yeah. And what you saw too.
Yeah, and what you saw in growing up.
Yeah.
Because some people, like women for instance, stick and stay in relationships because they watch their mother. Like my mother stuck through that shit. That shit was nothing. I don't care if he cheat, as long as he come here and pay the bills. No, he's disrespecting you. He could bring something in here that can kill you. AIDS will take your life out of here, sis.
That's why I hated V when people be like, well, and I hear a lot of dudes say the women back in the day or whatever, those women to me, I'm not lying, and I listen to my grandmothers, my older aunts and all that, they were stupid. They were stupid. You know what I'm saying? They put up with a whole lot of shit because they were held in day. They didn't know anything else, but
But him,
he went out and worked, the kids got food, I'm okay. That's it. The
yeah.
bills paid in the house. Nothing else matters.
Mhm.
But when things get revolutionized and stuff like that and it evolves, like, how can you expect that same shit to be going on in 2022 going into 2023? That shit ain't gonna work.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, I was looking at the nigga Derek Jackson yesterday because they're having a pop up. I can't stand the nigga.
Mhm.
I hope he listening somewhere. I don't like you, dude. Because he uses manipulation. Now he's trying to get his following back by dogging dudes of how they should be towards women. Like, yo, if these chicks fall for this shit again, after you done got caught cheating on your wife, who the
After
fuck gonna
all this
listen to you?
wonderful relationship advice, you cheated on yours.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, fuck that nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Did
who
his
would
wife
listen to
stay?
him? I guess they still together. And then, you know, people, niggas, when they get caught, they want to go to church Sunday. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
she couldn't get him to go to church the whole time they was together.
yeah.
Hey Shaloha, good morning, Hams 900. Good morning, how y'all feeling? Topic is abuse. Like what, the kind of abuse people take in relationships and why? Why are you putting up with this? Why are you dealing with this?
Yeah.
What's the next one?
All right, so we're gonna say this one, and this the big one. If your mate says, "I will never do it again," I repeat, if your mate says, "I will never do it again," cheating, verbal physical abuse, texting others, etc., everything.
Under the sun. Don't try
Do
to
you,
narrow it down.
yeah, do you believe him?
At this age, I would not
No.
believe it. Now, did I believe it in the past when I was married? I would believe anything he said.
You
Because
operate
I was
different in
under
your
the
20s.
understanding of everything is still gonna get paid, we still gonna be good, it's whatever.
Yeah,
But
right.
now, no, I ain't gonna never do it again. That's a lie.
I can't do it.
One of the comments someone said, well, if he show me that he won't do it again. I was like, yeah, I feel you, but at the end of the day, how can he show you he ain't gonna cheat again?
You said that
All
was
he
in the
gonna do is,
comments?
yeah, all he
Let me
gonna do
check
is be a
these
little
out.
bit more, a little more careful next time.
Yeah.
He's still gonna be that whore. People don't get like even
Motherfucker
if he
cheat
just
on you, he's
flirting.
going to cheat again. It's
Yeah.
like you never rob one bank. You rob a bank and get away with it, you got five more lined up.
Rodney Pierce said they weren't stupid, they were prisoners of a male dominated society. You have lived long enough to witness history and the rise of the Me Too movement.
Tasha Boomy Powell said, nope, you have to show me before I believe you. Now, I guess she's saying like now, abuse, verbal or physical, there's no second chance. That's good.
Right, but she's saying like
So
if
it doesn't
cheating.
matter what they say, I'm done. Harry Ellaby says actions speak louder than words. Renard Robinson, yep, I just won't be around to find out now. Latoya Davis, hell no. Kevin Turner, fuck no, with a big 100. Uh, Kids Page said, nope, you do it once, you will do it again. I agree with you, Kid.
Yeah.
Everybody's on the same page with that. Because once a month, like I say, I always use the bank theory. I know if I rob a fucking bank and I get away with it, hey V, I might pull you in. Hey V, look, I got a sure way to rob these banks. You in, You know what I'm saying? We
I'm
taking
saying, what
the
happened last
studio
time
to
you
Beverly
did?
Hills.
You tell me how easy it was last time. I might say, I
Yeah.
don't know. I might let me just go ahead and rent the car for you to do it and then get brick me off.
You're only. I just told somebody this the other day. People are only sorry when they get caught.
Yeah.
You know how many people, it's mainly men, because I keep it even. You know what I'm saying? Get jammed up with the girl or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then tell the girlfriend, I want to marry you. Because they thinking about that blowback. So now when you're married, if she cheats, you can say, well, we weren't married. Manipulation, man.
Manipulation.
That's the word of the
Work.
day.
Everybody make
Manipulation.
the relationships work at their hand.
Yeah, manipulation, man. That's the word of the day.
Don't be manipulative.
Yeah.
If you
Like,
want to be with somebody, then be with them. If you don't, then don't.
and then people don't like me because of my honesty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I do not like you, I
They feel like
don't
you're
want
a
you
jerk,
around
you're a
me.
jackass, you just talking shit, but you just really being honest.
I don't go into any situation saying I want to marry you. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When I was younger, I used to lie all the time just to get some pussy. That's what we did.
Right.
But me now,
Because then you was
I
young, you
do
had to be
not
sensitive.
have time for that shit.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I am not gonna say, you know what? You just so magical. I want to be with you the rest of my life just to fuck you. No, because I know it's somebody else who would say, yeah, if I'm on that path.
Right.
That's why I challenge dudes to like, yo, let's tell the fucking truth, yo. If she say no, it's one that look like around the corner, some motherfucking way.
Yo, let her go.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And
But
I'm
guys do that. We were talking about somebody today, and they were saying how the guy lie and manipulate women and get money out of women, and then you try to tell the women that he like, look, sis, he do this. I know he do.
What you want to do about it? Oh, no, ain't got me.
it's his fault.
And then come down the line, come one, come down the line. You know what? I said, we always going on tracks. But it's not always going down.
You pay for this company, sweetheart.
That's what you do.
You pay for this company. You can go take you home there instead of that motherfucker. Last years and beer just sitting around, man, and the relationship hasn't progressed. You see yourself kind of all the way. Why are you in this shit? Why are you in it?
Because they just want to be with somebody. Some people just want to be with, like the other lady was just said, she's
Because
paid.
she don't want to be by herself. But that's only because of the shit that he put in her head.
Yeah.
Now, another message that came in through the inbox that's not posted said, would you date a mutual friend's ex?
No.
Would you date, say you and I are siblings, but Buddha come along, she my little sister, or she my sister's friend. Would you date her?
No.
Too close for comfort.
Yeah. No. It's
Even if you
it's
come to
too
brag
many
about your
people
mate
in
and
America.
the sex with your mate, don't you know that you bragging to the same another bitch who already slept with him?
Yeah. Yeah.
How you even feel comfortable bringing a person around?
Yeah. And the thing about it is like
I don't get it.
the pussy ain't too much different than sisters. I'm just saying. It
Or
ain't too
friends.
much fucking different.
Or friends.
So it's too many females out here to be circulating, and that was
In a
our
small circle.
that was our father and them problem back in the day.
Mhm.
You think about it.
Yeah, because their level of traveling was limited too.
All of us come out of the same neighborhoods somewhere.
Mhm.
Father and his brother meet a chick that ended up your mother,
Mhm.
and then the sister is your aunt.
Right.
Then his brother get her pregnant. They're your cousins. You know what I'm saying?
It's like my father and his brothers moved here from Virginia to work live with his uncle. They all have all my dad and his brothers had relationships with a group of sisters. So the sisters and like so their kids are family on both ends. So you can imagine how the cookouts would be crazy.
That's how it be.
But one of them, I hate mentioning it because my cousin actually be on the show, But I have to say in reference to this, one brother had a baby by one sister and then buried the baby sister.
Mm. That's crazy, man. But you
And
gotta
then everybody
think.
got, y'all ain't even thinking about how the kids gonna look. How the
Yeah.
grandkids gonna look. Cause every time my cousin be like,
Please.
cause my grandfather, they'll cook out, y'all going? And I was like, who gonna be there? She'll name who gonna be there. And I'll be like, your aunt not coming? She lived there. She'll be like, who? But the aunt is really her grandmother. It's like, this is her aunt
There's a
from
bunch of
everybody
wrong
else.
turn
But it's a,
four kids in there.
whole family is like that. The whole family dynamic is like that.
I'm gonna come out with an eater on the top of
I
it.
used to always be like, who? I know my dad gotta have somebody, a baby by somebody in his family. Cause all the brothers got slept with somebody in his family and got kids.
That's why in certain neighborhoods you'll have the Browns,
They have what?
the Browns, the Smiths, the Jacksons.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a whole bunch of, you know, when you were growing up and people be like, oh, that's my cousin or whatever. And you'd be like, man, it's your goddamn cousin. But really, they
That's my cousin.
all fucking cousins
Yep.
because of the hood dynamic.
Yeah,
Me and
like
Kenny
my
was
father's
talking about
family
that
is like
shit.
that. Everybody's
So,
cousins.
me, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not even going like, I've never been the guy to like, I just see that as sucker shit. Like, say my ex-wife or whatever, like her cousin
Mm-hmm.
or her home girl. I don't care if they liked me or something like that. I'm gonna tell her, hey, yo, because me and her had that cool relationship. I'd be like, yo, do you know this bitch? You know what I mean? Just to tell her, like, yo, watch you around
And see, that's the thing. So normally, I'm not the person who will come and say, yo, you fucking with old girl. She a whore because she was fucking with somebody else I know and worked him for his money. So, because I feel like I'm putting this lady in the street.
you.
So a lot of shit I won't say, but today,
Yeah, yeah,
I got was a friend of mine who now I'd be like, girl, watch it. Oh, bitch, he on one.
yeah.
But still, the women look at me like, well, he ain't never do that to me. All right, well, wait a couple days.
But see,
Wait a couple
the
days.
people that you love, you're gonna give them a vitamin.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I know you would tell me, hey, yo, Shorty ain't right, yo.
Right.
Tone, I don't think you should, hey, fuck her, but don't do, you know what I'm
Don't go
saying?
there. Don't go too far.
Yeah.
Real quick, Rodney Pierce said, Tone, ask another generation and you will get a different answer. But karma is a bitch when you cross the lines. Yeah, you're not supposed to cross lines in certain situations.
Yeah, like now these little dudes and shit, man, yeah, they don't care. They fuck the whole house. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I think it's an our age bracket because it was like that back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But
Like I
our
just
age
said, my
bracket,
dad and his brothers fucked the whole
me
house.
per se, I'm not doing that shit. And if it's okay, say if my man was fucking with a chick 20 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and I happened to run across her, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be in a relationship with her, but if she was trying to go,
You would have sex with her.
I would, because I'm not going to be attached to her any fucking way. But even before I do it, hey yo, guess who I ran into, yo? Such and such trying to go. He'd be like, yo, you know, she wasn't shit anyway. You know what I mean? Bop, bop, bop.
Right. Because I have a sibling who's one of her friends dates somebody I used to date. And he ain't shit. But she asked, and I was like, I told her every detail about him. And if you want to go for it, go for it. And she went for it.
They developed a headache that
And
you
yeah,
ain't got no more.
but it hurts my sister in a way that not only is you my best friend, you don't fucking listen.
Yeah,
But furthermore, you willing to sleep with somebody my sister slept with? My
yeah.
baby sister
Some
slept with?
recycle shit. Motherfuckers recycle these whores,
And I
man.
tell you can't worry about putting your feelings in there. You
Oh,
just
he gonna be different with me.
oh,
No, he
okay, bitch.
ain't.
Okay, bitch. Okay.
What'd you say? Okay, bitch. He's like, see how different he is.
Let's see if he different or you slow. Which one is it?
A little bit of both.
What's your next topic, Joe?
We just did what if your mate says, I'm never
Mm-hmm.
doing it again. So what's the verdict on that? Everybody says no.
No,
It's not
I think it's
doing
more
it.
no's than yes.
All right. This is interesting. Name one thing
Hey, Nita, Nene
you wish
Johnson.
your mate, husband, situationship, entanglement, etc., they would stop doing so much.
one thing you wish they would stop doing so much. I don't have a mate right now, but dating someone, I would say stop slow rolling.
Explain.
Like, if you want the energy I'm putting out, you want to give me some good energy, do it. Stop
Oh, okay.
laying back, waiting, chilling. Don't talk unless I call you.
Mm.
Don't say I want to see you. Just say what you doing. Stop slow rolling.
Yeah.
I'm in my 40s.
Yeah.
Call me up and say, hey, B, what you doing? Let's da 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 da. Let's do this. Let's go here. You know what I'm saying? Don't slow roll me because I got 10 million things going on. So you slow rolling me, it's making me say, oh, I got to step over you. I got to keep going.
So that all that stuff, all the above, just really like makes your ass itch and make you just want to be like fuck 'em.
Yes.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
very
I get
nerve
that.
wracking.
I get that. You know what I'm saying? Because I just asked because I'm like, okay, I look at myself. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm.
I'm like, I had an epiphany just now, and it went in my head like, do I slow roll? But your definition isn't what
So what you
I
think of
do.
slow rolling is?
Slow rolling is, to me, in a fucked up manner, is motherfucker basically just wasting your time. They really don't want shit of what they said.
And this the thing. How do you know when it's the difference? How do you know when a person is slow rolling you for this is how they take their time, or slow rolling you because they really don't want to be bothered with you. They just hoping you fall off on your own.
With me,
How do
it's
you
how
know?
I take my time. But I'll tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna tell you a bunch of willy nilly shit
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing something different. I'm going to tell you like this is how I do now because I went through things or whatever. This is what helps me. I have to really, really know a person because I done dove in 13 feet and they know how to swim before. You know what I'm
Right. You're
saying?
not drowning.
So yeah, I ain't finna drown myself. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, my shit, I wouldn't say that I'm slow roll. It's just about really, really getting to know somebody. If I don't want you,
Say that.
you're going to go. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I
I
say
was
I
just say
want
a lot of people that say, look, I'm really not interested, and I ain't want to hear.
you. Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
That's hard for the average person to do, but not me totally.
Why?
It is what it is.
Why is it so hard? Because you'll look up 2 months later, you got somebody who is literally clinging on to you and digging you
Yeah.
when all along you ain't like the person.
And you wasted a bunch
Because
of
some
your
motherfuckers,
time.
you're slow rolling ain't even gonna bother them. So
Yeah.
they gonna stick around long as you stick around.
Yeah.
Now the shit growing
And then,
and you never even met for
and
your
then
little
when
one.
I'm female, and it always happens to guys, when a female sit and they be thinking about shit, and it's because they think they can have some other potential, really,
Mm-hmm.
that's really want to get on board with her and do things with her. So she's going to ask you, hey, what are we doing?
What is going on here?
Like, what are we
And
doing?
if you want to be just good and cool, say that.
Yeah,
I'm a person who'll say it in a minute. Look, I just want to be good.
right. Without the titles and shit.
Yeah.
And that's understandable. But the slow rolling you were talking about, that's just bullshit. And then the motherfucker hiding behind this and hiding behind that. Oh, well, you know what I went through back in '88. So, now I'm just cautious. Like, nah, you need to grow the fuck up.
You need to grow up. You need to say
Yeah.
what it is. You shouldn't be
Yeah.
at your age. And the reason I always say
When
this
they say
age,
use your
because I never,
words.
right, use your fucking words. I never date down out of my bracket of age. And I don't go past the 50.
Mhm.
People who are over 50 and single are players. You ain't here for nothing.
Um,
If you ain't never been married, you ain't never been looking to be married, your bachelor pad is all black, all the furniture black, you done slicked out. Nigga, you done checked out.
and that's I can agree with
Not
that.
like you was in the service, you done put all these years in, you was locked up for some years, you did a lot of time, and now you learning to be by yourself. Not that. I'm talking about the ones who been home, running the streets for eons. Bitch, you 55 and over, and you ain't never
You
been
got a
married, you ain't doing
vibrating
nothing.
water bed.
Fucking water bed with the mirrors open.
Look, you are here for the ass Please admit
On the flip side, as far as the females, I tried to date older females just to see how it was.
How was it?
A lot of them are these born again virgins out here. And like, oh, I just like to take my time. I'm like, man, you only got about 6 years of pussy left. The fuck are you talking about taking your time? You ain't got much
You
time.
ain't got much time.
You 59, Father Time knocking on the door for you, bitch, with the Grim Reaper out there with him. You
Say
know what I'm
what you
saying?
doing in there.
Yeah, you better get that pussy up. You know what I'm saying? So that shit, it became redonkulous.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I ain't finna listen to this shit.
yeah,
And I was like, yo, but like you say, it's like some people, the older they get, the dumber they get.
yeah.
Like I hear this dudes with a Lexington Market tote bag that's 55 finna look and start to stay at a bitch house. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, what the fuck were you doing for 55 years?
55 years. Like, even if you had, like I said, some people been in the service for years or went to jail and did a lot of years. So you won't have all the experience or things saved up that the average man would. But for the most part,
V, nobody get on their feet quicker than a nigga come out of prison. I'm sorry. Every nigga I know that done did a bit came out, get on his feet, took the ground running. Cause you ain't got no options. You gotta
yeah,
make your
you
options.
got to make your options at
So
that
that's
point.
bullshit. No, it's just a lot of lazy motherfuckers out here. They ain't never been in jail at all. They was in jail of mama. Mama took care of everything. Like I got a cousin and shit. When my aunt died, this motherfucker said, "Damn, what am I do now? You 55 years old. Fuck you mean what you gonna do?
What do you
What you
mean?
should
What you
have
gonna?
been doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Now you gotta find some chick that's gonna let him move in
regardless of
and
what
be
the
a
fuck I
sponsor.
put myself through in life,
Mhm.
I still have a work ethic because my dad showed us that. Always take home shit. Never live somewhere where you can't afford it by your damn self.
Right, because that ass, gas, or grass, play smile. Time flies when you have your cake and eating it too. When you have around here at one point, they say, all right,
Let me get it together. Do they ever say that?
I don't know about these niggas, but I want to be old and I got my teeth on the bed and shit, and the bitch trip over and knocking on the floor. I want all that old people shit.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm saying? I
yeah.
want to sit in the rocking chair out front.
This guy knows
Like, hey, it got hard this week.
what we
You know
doing.
what I'm
What we
saying? We
doing.
gotta hurry up and get in this bitch. Yeah, fuck all that,
Like
man.
this guy I know always like he cheats on his wife, but he think he's winning because he said, well, I look at my wife and I know that's the person I want to be sitting in the rocking chair on the porch with. Will you be healthy? Will you be healthy sitting there? Like how you gonna cheat your whole marriage, then get to the end of the line and be like, she the one
Like
that's
my
my
cousin
forever.
used to say,
Is she dumb
she,
enough to stay and be your forever?
she said, yeah, see, that's the problem. Niggas don't want to come home when they dick broke now.
Wow.
They want to come in the house.
This shit don't work, then you want to come
Yeah, now
here.
you want to come in the house and have a family and all this shit, 'cause that motherfucker don't work like it used to
You
no
want to be the best
more.
pop
But
now.
don't want you to fuck around. You still got 5 years of juice left.
Rodney Pierce said if a nigga has a closet full of suits, pastels, he not going to change. Nah, Rodney Pierce. They be the ones. They ain't changing.
You talking about the niggas that go get their shit from them Suit World joints and shit, the whole Steve Harvey collection. I'm not dressing like that. Alright, so we can go to
We
this
got a
next
couple
one.
minutes real quick.
We're gonna go to the next one and shit and hurry
Mhm.
up with this one. What are, if any, deal breakers you have that would end your marriage or relationship in there too?
Yeah. I think a deal breaker for me would be cheating. I got three. Don't cheat on me. Touching my phone and mistreating my children.
Mm.
But this
Mistreating
shit,
my
this shit is over.
kids are number one for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not saying you gotta take them to Disneyland or shit like that. Well, now it's just my daughter. The rest of them are older.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what I mean? It's still gonna be, a respect level and stuff like
Those
that.
are the six with the shoes, the
Yeah,
match.
I'm not saying you gotta kiss their ass,
Mm-hmm.
but you're gonna know that this is a piece of me. Just like if you had kids,
Your children are a piece of me.
I'm gonna respect your kids and stuff like that. I'm not gonna try to take over the daddy role or anything like that.
Yeah, 'cause
You
I
know
got
what
a
I'm
date.
saying?
I'm not here for that.
Yeah, I'm not here
And
for that.
that makes a difference to a single woman because I was dating. I didn't really want to date anybody that would get too attached to me and then want to be over my house all the time because I didn't want people around my kids.
Yeah, yeah. And
I'm not dating to look for a dad.
I wish females, because there's a lot of females that do that. I wish they would realize the importance of how you have people around your kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, kids look at it as do as daddy does, do as mommy does. So they
Mm-hmm.
sponging all this shit up. And they see mama like, damn, mom, this fifth uncle I done had in 2 weeks.
Like what the deal? What's the deal?
That's the friend of the family.
Knock on the door. You only know who this is in here.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you're exposing, and if you got a daughter, she's learning what the fuck you doing. Like,
Yeah.
oh shit. And when she get a little older, why do you think a lot of these Instagram chicks are so proud to say, well, my mother used to sell pussy?
I
So
don't
they
know.
think that
It's
it's
okay. If my
acceptable.
mother did it, I can do it.
I heard the chick Suki say it. What's her name? Suki? Whatever the
I
fuck her
don't
name
know. I
is,
don't
man.
watch all that
She's
shit.
funny to me. The one to be
Mm-hmm.
like, the fuck? She funny. You
I
know
ain't
what I'm
see
saying?
it.
It's funny. You know what I mean? But I've heard her say, yeah, my mom is so pussy, my grandma so. So what the fuck you thought she was gonna do?
Not so pussy though, sis. At a certain age, you know whatever they did, whether it was right or wrong. You know.
Yeah. So at that point, you're a victim of your own demise. But
To
another
me,
big
that's
deal breaker for me is respect. Like, you don't respect me, we ain't got shit, man. Because I'm damn sure I ain't gonna respect you. And it's just over. Get the fuck away from me.
the
Because
end.
nobody, no female, no nigga, my kids, nobody is going to just blatantly disrespect me. Because I don't give off that energy where you can disrespect me.
And no one should be allowing themselves to be
Yeah.
disrespected.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's
But
be honest.
it's people
Who will tolerate it?
that deal with
I'm
that
just not one of
shit
them
like
type of
it's
people.
normal. Oh, it's cute. Nah, it ain't
Ain't
cute.
shit cute about that.
Cause once he go upside your goddamn head,
Because that's what it leads to. Those smart, mean, malicious remarks.
it's the gateway.
And you still stay, it leads to, man, I'm going to slap this ugly bitch if she say one more
Yeah,
thing.
it's the gateway. And every bitch done heard this statement before. Bitch, you better shut up before I get out this motherfucking bed. Every bitch done heard this
I
shit.
don't think I've heard that one.
He probably said it silent,
But
but
he said it
every
in his
man
head.
done thought that shit.
I'm
Like,
sure he
man,
said it in
this
his head.
bitch say one more word. Bitch, you better shut up before I get out this motherfucker or get out this couch. Yeah, you know what I mean?
So basically, ladies, stop pushing the button.
But
Leave when it's time to leave.
leave when it's time to leave.
Don't
Don't
allow
be
the disrespect
manipulated.
to be the thing.
Yeah, no
There
disrespect.
we go. And the
No
old saying goes,
manipulation.
what's the saying, Tony, before we go?
It's been straight talk. If you can't talk straight, don't motherfucking talk.
Straight talk with Miss V and the boy Big Tone. We in the building. Talk to you tomorrow at 11. Peace.